You see, looking at social media,
Yeah,
that's basically where I interact with young Africans. Like you said, there are so many people in that space. Everyone trying to tell their story or to influence other people. See, one thing I wish, I hope we don't have uh, is for our government to start banning people. I don't want that to happen. Okay. But at the same time, I hope we can develop a system that would uh, that would require people who put out content to moderate. I don't know. I don't know if it's more, but to make sure that content at least it serves the audience and it doesn't unnecessarily paint a it's not about negative being negative, but that it paints a true picture of whatever they're trying to push. See, I don't know how to say it, but my point is that I don't want the government to clamp down on people. Okay, at the same time, I want content providers to at least moderate themselves and make sure whatever they're pushing, it's true. I don't know how we can do, get to that stage.
well, managing fake or moderating content across media in Africa is has to be done without curtailing freedom of expression.
Yes.
Okay. And that itself is a very delicate balancing act. And it requires, some values and qualities that are missing, but we need to continue to uh, fight for.
Yeah. That's the
It,
word.
it,
We need
yeah,
to fight for them. Yeah.
yeah. It requires a mix of transparent governance. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is that, you see, it makes it easier for the people, and it actually makes it even easier for government if they are able to provide transparent governance, because then everything is there in the open, people can see it, and it makes it difficult for their detractors to use information that has not been provided in a negative manner because everything
Okay.
has been transparent.
Yes.
Then also, there needs to be a higher level of digital literacy.
Mm.
And that means that everybody in the mix, government, the private sector, NGOs, citizens themselves, citizen groups, communities need to understand digital literacy and how it is important for them to be able to use the freedom which they have to express themselves in a positive manner
Yes.
and not use it negatively. And that requires a high level of education.
Yeah.
It also requires a high level of self-regulation. So it means that if you see something that is not true, don't say it. It means that if you want to talk about something, talk about it in a manner, but give all the information that is required. Don't
Yeah.
hold anything back. Don't give just a little bit of the information,
Half
back
truths.
the rest, just
Half
because
truths.
it might not work for you.
Yeah.
So it also means that we need to kind of like start to look at how we can provide a framework that respects everybody's rights while combating those who are out there just to create
Yeah.
havoc.
Yeah.
And I think in terms of that, I think in terms of government and regulators, their policies need to be publicly accessible. They must be specific and they must be defined. And we need to be able to distinguish misinformation, disinformation, and hate speech from critical opinion or dissent. I'll give you an example. One of the things that has been trending in Nigeria in the past couple of days has been information that the government has paid off the loans, all their loans to the IMF.
Okay.
We got it. It was put out by a whole lot of people. They're saying that the federal government, they paid everything. Nigeria is not owing anything again. Blah 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 blah, and it went out there, and people have been looking at it, and they've been thinking that it's the truth, But the reality of it is that the government has not cleared all Nigeria's debt.
Okay.
To the IMF. Do you understand? What they simply did was paid back the principal of a loan which they took during the COVID-19 emergency period.
Yes.
Where they collected 3.4 billion under the rapid financing instrument to cushion the pandemic.
Yeah.
And the federal government has fully paid off this loan.
That particular, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Which is, you know what, is commendable.
It's fantastic, yes.
Yeah. The government needs to be commended for that.
Yes.
But guess what? Here's what's missing. Even though that loan has been paid off, okay, we still have an element of about $30 million, which will be paid every year until 2029. And these costs are attached to interest and administrative costs. Okay? Now, the other thing, too, is that Nigeria's history with the IMF dates back to 1989.
Yeah.
And there are so many other various financial arrangements. And Nigeria is still obligated to pay some of these outstanding obligations of almost, honestly, about $306 million. So we still have outstanding obligations.
Yes. Yeah.
So the spin is misleading. Nigeria has not paid off this loan. But the thing is that Nigeria need and they deserve clarity.
Yes.
Not half-truths or political PR, but the kind of story where we say, let's acknowledge the progress that we've made.
Yes.
And guess what, guys? This is the whole story. And this happens all the time, not only with government detractors that don't tell the truth, that spin information that has been provided in a manner that is negative, in a manner that doesn't paint the government in the manner in which they actually need to be portrayed. So everybody is in the game.
Yeah.
And for me, I find that quite nauseating. I find it nauseating in the sense that what we actually need, those of us who are in the media and those who love Nigeria and those who are interested in progress, is that let's try and ensure that when we are talking and we're telling stories and we're providing information, we provide clarity.
Yeah.
Tell the truth. We don't tell half-truths. We don't tell something and hold back something where you are giving information, but the information is not complete because of omission.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the kind of things that are happening that we kind of like need to find a framework to kind of ensure that we manage it. And, things like independent oversights. So looking for people who can provide fact checking. Yeah. Ensuring that there's collaboration between people in in the newsrooms, in the universities, in the civil society, to verify things that are going out there and the information that we provided to people, and provide and promoting a trusted sources framework. So when we see something and we see the source, we can trust that information.
Yeah. See, this is it's a global issue. Okay.